Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am working on something a little bit different. I decided to work on this fall train tracks. It's a 30 by 40 and I love the colors in it, so that's why I decided to work on it today or this evening. I'm going to have to turn the light on so I can see. Let's see. Okay, can you guys see that? Okay. Alrighty. Anyway, it's Saturday, and it wasn't too bad of a day. It was a little overcast, but nothing too bad. And as you can see, I got a lot of this done today. And so all I have to do is finish up a few odds and ends, and then I can move to the next panel. So we're just going to go ahead and get started and do our thing, okay? So let me see what we need. Well, we need an A for sure up on top. Ooh, excuse me. Number 9. Yeah, I'm going to take it right out of the little box if I can get one, because I only need the one. And of course, it's not going to cooperate. It's about par for the course, right? Okay. Aha, got one. Okay, there you go. Just the one. That's all I need. Alright. Now, the next one I need is number 2, it looks like. That. Yeah, it's just some that I missed earlier, so we're just going to pick them up and get them done and whatnot. See, there's like, I don't see any more, just that one. Ah, look at, I found 2 A's sitting off to the side here. And a 2. Right there. Okay. Got that one. I hope you've had a good day today. I've been kind of watching various videos, and let's see what we need. Let me go back to the A again. A was what? Number 9? Yeah, number 9. And so I just had a kind of an easy day today. Yeah, my daughter went to the grocery store, and Save-A-Lot had a lot of sales going on, so she wanted to catch those. And then she caught quite a bit on sale, so she was happy about that. All right. Let's see, K. Number 16. Yeah, she just took a run to Save-A-Lot to pick up a few things, and then on top of that, she wanted to pick up something to round off our dinner tonight. I think she said something about um, and I think she said something about pork chops, and she's going to make some mashed potatoes, and um, what she's going to do is she's going to make it to where it's kind of like a country fried steak, but with pork chops. I don't know, and it's going to have a type of gravy on it, so it sounds pretty good. So didn't realize I had missed so many. Oh, come on now. Yeah. Anyhow, 6, and then I got some 7s I gotta do. There's a 6 right there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 4 or 5 7s, and that's it. So I'm just gonna take it straight out of the box. Yeah. But this particular painting has a lot of pretty colors, a lot of autumn colors, you know, and the deep reds and the beiges and the oranges, and you name it, it's got some really pretty colors in it this time. Okay, I think that's that. Then we got these little S's right here. S is number 20. Yeah, for these types of paintings, the smaller ones, these smaller containers are perfect, because this one here has only got 20 colors, and these smaller holders, these containers, I think they got 28. So okay, 16. Yeah, that one. But it does, it's got a lot of pretty colors. I bought this painting, I guess about 3 or 4 years ago, and I just never got around to doing it. And so it's been hiding in my stash for a long time. And so I decided to get it out and work on it. Okay, I think we can move on to the next panel. I can't try to keep the covers on them, because that way, even though I'm done with them, I just want to be able to protect them from any debris like cat hairs and dust or whatever, you know. Let's see, I got a lot of 3s, so I'm going to use the 3s. And that's 310. So here we go. Get up here in the upper part, and that way hopefully I won't that way I won't have to come back and catch them later. Let's see. Okay, it's the only disadvantage about missing some is you end up having to go back and catching them all after you've done a whole sector. So, But anyway, so yeah, I wanted to change up. I was kind of getting bored with the tiger because it is, it's like almost all the same color, if you know what I mean. So I decided to give me something a little more colorful, a little more fun, and for today, and then I'll go back to the tiger maybe tomorrow. you know. But I will get it done by the end of the month. It'll because I'm about halfway there. Because I got quite a bit of it done yesterday. Hmm. Yeah, I need to make it a schedule, like like certain days or certain day of the week I'll do cross stitch, and then the rest of the time I'll do diamond painting or something, or alternate, or something. I'll figure out something to where I have an actual schedule. You know. Well, luckily, they worked. Um, was it 3 long nights where my daughter works, and for three nights in a row, I think it was. She didn't get home until after 2 o'clock, and they run the line until I don't know. It was about 1:30, 1:45, something like that, and then and that way they wouldn't have to have them work on Saturday, which was great. I know the hours were long and everybody was getting really tired, but the thing is at least this way they get 2 days off instead of just the one, which my daughter was very grateful for. Yeah. Yeah, I like listening to gentle music in the background, and I like to try to keep it low enough to that you can hear it, but it's not so loud that I have to shout over it. You know. Yeah, this one here in this area has a lot of confetti, but that's all right. I can deal with it. Yeah, I try to get all the color blocking first, and then I go after the confetti. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the cross stitching that I did for a couple of days. You know, I know it wasn't diamond painting, but every now and then I get in the mood. I just want to cross stitch. And when I do, I'll do it for a day or two, and then I'll put it down and move back, and I'll turn back to the diamond painting for a while. You know, I am not one for sitting on what I call a set schedule. I kind of bounce around and do my own thing. Yeah, don't believe that belongs there. It doesn't. Get off of there. And so anyway, yeah, I'm waiting for my gel pens to come in, and I thought I would pick up doing some coloring for a change, something a little different, and that way I can diamond paint and I can color and I can do a bunch of other stuff too, you know. Because I got some really cute coloring books that I ordered quite a while back, and I just never got around to using them. So I thought I'd get some gel pens. Somebody said something about using gel pens, and I figured, well, I'll give it a try. But usually I like the colored pencils myself, but you know, that's just me. But I'd give it a shot. I bought a real small package of the gel pens, so we'll see. Luckily, I didn't spend a whole lot for it. So if it doesn't work out, oh well, I can use them for something else. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, I got this one book, and it's all these interesting looking tree houses, you know, and I thought I'd color in those for a little bit and give it a try. Now, I may not be able to color hardly at all, you know. I may not be very proficient at it, so we'll see. That's all I can say is we'll see. Yeah, I was watching videos of various different people, and they were coloring it with the coloring pencils. Some of them was doing it with the gel pens, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to try that, you know, and see how I do. You know, it's another thing that'll help to, one, it helps to pass the time, and two, it helps to keep you calm, you know, because I do have, it's not severe, but I do suffer with anxiety. I do get anxiety. And so that's why I kind of pretty much stay to myself. I don't have to deal with all the drama from someone else. You know what I mean? And I have enough drama all on my own. And so, but yeah, I do have anxiety. And they got me on some kind of pill. I don't know what it is. I can't remember the name of it. And I have to take it once a day. Yeah, I didn't develop the anxiety until about, I don't know, about 10 years ago, I guess. You know, that's when, like I said, I was under so much stress on the job, I didn't even realize it. And I think that a lot of that was from that job. I can't prove it, but, you know, the stress and the anxiety that comes with it uh, seem to have lessened uh, since I got away from it. And so, but I still have to take the pills because I still have to, I have to stay on the medication because even my daughter says that, you know, that I'm more chill and more laid back um, when I'm on my medication than when I'm not. So, so if it's going to make me operate better, then I guess that's all that matters, right? Plus, I pick things to do that I uh, that doesn't require me getting all wound up, about. Yeah, between the job and life in general, I guess it finally got to me. I don't know. Who knows? It's unfortunate that life has to, you know, get you all anxious for, one reason or another, and it makes it very difficult for people, you know. Yeah, I was watching Killy earlier. She's doing a painting with fish or something, some kind of fish, for her grandson for his birthday. And so I was watching her while she was doing that, and then I watched Diamond Grandma. Watched some of her videos. And let's see, who else did I watch today? I did Tita's. Watched Tita's today. And and then I watched Stars. Um, and her, she did something about I think that was yesterday, but something about doing AI type um, pictures and then sending them off and having these companies, turn them into diamond paintings. And I know she did like 3 or 4 of them. I don't remember, but she was happy with one of them. That she was happy, she was satisfied with one of them. But the other ones that she got, she wasn't real happy with. They were the poured glue. Was it? No, not poured glue. It was the double-sided glue, and she didn't care for that. They had rivers in it and a lot of bubbles, and she just wasn't happy with it. So I don't blame her there. And then, because her and her, they're trying to start a store up. I think she said, So we'll see. Trial and error. That's all you can do. But she said that she wouldn't be using those other companies for, you know, taking her pictures and turning them into paintings. She wouldn't be using them again, from what she said. So I said, well, can't blame her there. You gotta have, if you're gonna, make pictures and turn them into diamond paintings, then you gotta have it, uh, the quality has to be good, or people are not going to buy them. It's just that simple. So, anyhow, yeah, I've tried making money on crafts and stuff, and I have never been successful at it, so I don't even try anymore. I'll just stick to diamond painting, and I'll buy them from someone else that has to go through all the effort and whatnot of creating these things. I'll just buy them from them and enjoy them. That's it. I gotta get some more wax. Yeah, I started diamond painting, like I said, about 5 or 6 years ago, and I've just been hooked on it ever since. I mean, I do enjoy it. I enjoy stitching, but I also enjoy the diamond painting. I like watching the painting come alive. If you know what if you understand what I'm doing. If you're a diamond painter, you understand. It just seems to come alive as you lay each and every one of the diamonds down. You know, it's the same way with to me and cross stitching. When I cross stitch and I use the colors start to blend and merge together, um, it's literally the painting or the picture is literally coming alive under your hands, and that's the part I enjoy. Is watching it all the colors blend and come together and become one beautiful painting. Come on. Yeah, I bought this sticker that I think it's a rub-on though. I'm not really sure. Anyhow, I want to put it on my computer, on the lid of my computer. And if you'll hold on just a second, I'll show it to you. Come on there. I'm not going to be able to lay it down, but that's the picture. And it's of a ladybug. And I thought that would be cute to put it on the lid of my computer. I'm hoping it'll fit. If not, I may have to kind of cut off this one or two of these flowers. I don't know yet, but it's cute. I saw it and I thought it was cute. And I think it's a rub-on. Yeah, it's kind of a rub-on. And so, um, but I thought it would be cute on the front on the front of my computer, on my laptop. So. Now let's get it back in the package. Yeah, I paid like, I don't know, 69, 70 cents. Something like that. It wasn't much. It was at, of course, at Temu. Temu always has the most interesting stuff. So, anyhow, and so I thought I'd put that on the lid of my laptop. You know. Yeah, I'm waiting for my other shipments to come in. I've got this pair of lounge pants that's supposed to be coming in, and it looks like a faded old American flag. And I got it for, it was like a lightning sale, I guess, and I got it for like $6.99, which that's not bad. Yeah. And then I've got some more diamond paintings coming in. And when they come in, I'll show them to you. Yeah, I got, I moved this way. I got some diamond paintings that have got hummingbirds on them. Really pretty hummingbirds. Yeah, I got these morning glories that grow out on in the garden, right next to my to where I sit on the front porch. And the last 2 or 3 days now, we've been visited by little tiny hummingbirds. They go after the little the morning glories, and because the morning glories I've got are reds and pinks and purple. They're all different colors. Yeah, and I always thought a morning glory. I always thought, no, not so much, but it would die off in the wintertime and you'd have to replant them the next year, right? Well, apparently not, because these particular morning glories that I planted, 2 or 3 years ago, um, they come back every year and they get more prolific each year. But that's all right. It gives us flowers around the porch and gives the hummingbird something to buzz around. And so anyway, yeah, I used to have a really nice garden and flower garden right there, but unfortunately, uh, my health has gone downhill, and so I'm not really able to tend to it like I used to. And so basically, it's pretty much gone wild. I've got some of those, what are they called? Knockout roses, I think they're called. And they're really pretty, and they bloom all summer long. I mean, constant blooming. And then I had some irises and stuff that bloom, and they still come up. The irises do. And then I've got the morning glories; they keep coming up. And then I have this little flower bush that comes back every year, and it's called a 4 o'clock. And they have little teeny tiny pink and yellow flowers on them, and they come back every year. But other than that, I don't really do a whole lot with it. I water it when it gets dry, and every now and then I'll throw some fertilizer at it. But other than that, I don't really do a lot with it anymore like I used to. I just not able to get down there to it and do the things that's got to be done. And because I used to keep it really nice and neat, and I kept it weeded and all of that, but now I'm just not able to do it anymore. So every now and then my grandson will get in there and use a weed eater and he'll whack down some of the weeds, but most of the time it's just pretty much left to go wild, you know. And the hummingbirds are using the rose bush, that big old prolific rose bush that I've got there. They're using that to build their little nests in. So I don't want to disturb them. So I just leave it to go wild. So, I'll throw some, some flower seeds in there to get some more flowers growing. But that's about the extent of it. I leave it more or less for the hummingbirds. You know, and luckily the girls, the cats, are on leashes, so they can't get into the bush to try to hunt down the little hummingbirds. So what they do is when they hear them, you know how a hummingbird makes that buzzing sound. They'll hear them and they'll just sit on the porch and watch them because they know they can't catch them. And so they just sit and watch the hummingbirds flitting from flower to flower. And but anyhow, so I got my own little nature preserve right there next to my porch, which is fine. As long as we don't end up with snakes in there, I'll be fine. You know. Yeah. Well, we're getting there. You know. Yeah, this color blocking with this 310 is can be kind of boring, but that's all right. We'll get it. We'll get it done, and we'll move on to another color eventually. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a phone call, I think, and see if I can contact my brothers and see if they're doing all right. My oldest brother, which he's in his 70s, I haven't heard from him in a while, so I'm gonna have to get get on the stick and find out if he's doing all right. Yeah, I don't get to see my brothers very often. They all live down in Florida, and so so I don't get to see them very often. Last time I saw my oldest brother was uh, after my mama died. And because him and my youngest brother handled the funeral arrangements. Yeah, she was down there, I was up here, and it was just easier for them to handle the situation. Yeah, the one thing I can say is that my mama, she was kind of the glue that kept us all together. We always kept in contact with each other, but after mama passed, it was just wasn't the same anymore. And so I don't hear from them very often. Once in a while, but not often. I'll see my brother, he'll come on Facebook and he'll post something, my youngest brother. And he'll post something with him and his family and his wife. And and then I'll know that he's still alive and kicking, more or less. And but my oldest brother, he's not on Facebook at all, and so it's hard to kind of keep track of what he's up to and what he's doing, and if he's all right. But luckily, he does have his daughter is down there in Orlando, and so she kind of keeps an eye on him, and because Caitlin, she works over there at the art department. I think they said um, for Disney there in Florida, and so she kind of comes up and stays with her dad. Once every couple of weeks she'll come up and stay for a few days. And then but then she has to go back to work, and she has to drive back down to Orlando. But at least somebody is there to take care of him, because my youngest brother, he lives in St. Petersburg, which is a pretty good distance away from Fort Lauderdale. And and then my niece, she lives in Orlando, so. And other than that, there's my oldest brother is in Fort Lauderdale and pretty much by himself because we don't have any other family over there. He's got some business and whatever he runs. I'm not sure what it is that he does, but he he makes cutting boards. That heavy plastic type. It's almost like a type of plastic cutting boards. You know, that's what he manufactures in his little company, and so. Yeah, and his ex-wife, my niece's mother, I think she lives in New Jersey now. I think she's still up in New Jersey. Mhm. Yeah. All right, now come on. There we go. Every now and then you get one that just, I don't care what you do, it doesn't want you to pick it up. All right, reload. Yeah. We're getting there slowly but surely. Yeah, my brother, he lives in Fort Lauderdale, and he's got a boat called the Ivory Star. That it's a sailboat. It's a big sailboat. I remember when my daughter was little. She was about, I don't know, 3, 4 years old. We took her out to Crystal Springs because my brother had docked his boat um, in the springs in fresh water, so that the barnacles that build up on the bottom part of the boat would die off, and he could get up under there with a scraper and scrape all the barnacles off. Because if you don't do that, it makes the boat extremely heavy, and it can lead to it tipping over. So, about once every year or so, they have to come back and, put it in fresh water and they wait about, I don't know, a week, 10 days, something like that. and the barnacles will eventually die off because they can't live in fresh water. And then he gets up under there with a scraper and just scrapes the bottom of the boat. And anyway, we went over there to visit with him and his wife when they were still together. And my brother John, he set my daughter up with a little fishing pole, and so she was out there fishing with her uncle on the boat, and we were all just kind of sitting around chit chatting and whatnot while they were fishing, and they a little while after my daughter started fishing, she caught this little teeny tiny bass, a little smallmouth bass. And I would have called it a fingerling, because it was little. It was maybe 3-4 inches long. It was a little teeny tiny bass. And she was just tickle pink that she caught herself a fish. And then my brother and we had to talk her into letting it go because it was such a small one. And I said, well, the thing is, you can't eat it. It's a baby. You can't, it's a baby. It's little. She says, I told her that's not even a snack. And eventually she agreed to let it go. And so we let the little tiny fish go, let it grow up and become a big fish. But yeah, that was one of the little things I remember when my daughter was growing up. So we used to do a lot of stuff. Most everything we did was outdoor stuff, and like I said, we used to camp, we used to go hiking, of course, fishing, of course, and just odds and ends stuff. And most of it has to do with being outdoors and in the forest, in the woods, and so. Yeah, well, my mom and dad, they didn't raise, 2 boys and a girl. They raised 3 boys because I was treated like one of the boys. I did everything the boys did. I rode motorcycles, I horseback ride, I hunted, I went fishing. You name it, I did it. I think the only thing I didn't do was play, football in high school. But I was your typical run of the mill tomboy, and so like I said, my mom and dad, they didn't raise a boy and 2 boys and a girl. They raised 3 boys because I was expected to be able to be just as tough and just as had the same types of abilities that my brothers had. And so anyway, and gotta get some more. Not a lot, just a few. And so, growing up as a kid, it was just pretty much normal. But I used to run trout lines after I was married and my daughter was born. I would pack me and her up in the boat, and we would run trout lines at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and catch fish. And what they were, we were catching catfish, and we'd take them home, clean them, and put them in the freezer. And that would supplement our groceries. And then we used to catch turtle. And we did a lot of different things. But I put my daughter in the boat with me, and I would have her sit, or stand between my knees while I was setting bait and bringing in fish, and and that's the way she grew up. And so it was nothing. It's nothing for her to know how to live off of the land if she had to. You know what I mean? So that old song, a country boy will survive. Well, a country girl can do the same thing. And so, but that's just the way I was raised. I was raised, you know, the old-fashioned way. We bought stuff in the grocery stores and stuff just like everybody else, but we also had the opportunity to fish and hunt, and so we had a variety of different types of foods. Well, we did a pretty good job there. We did all the threes. Now I'm going to go to the nut twos next. But we've been at this for about 30 minutes or so. So I'm going to bring it to a close. I'm going to tell y'all to have a great evening because it's right at 9:30. And we will see you sometime tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye. Good night.